What's up, Fox fam? We're going to get started here in just a second. Just waiting for a couple more offices to show up. Hey, Fox fam, we're going to get one more second until we get started. We're just getting the stage chat cleared out and a Zoom set up so everyone can follow along. So we're going to give Lo-Fi Girl another 30 seconds or so. Enjoy the music. We'll be starting shortly. I wish we had an auto fade on this girl, because every time I kick her, she's so abrupt. Ah, that almost worked. All right.
Almost perfect.
Yeah. Welcome everyone to Unsolved User Problems this week. If you're looking for where we're going to be talking about all of our tickets, there's a Zoom link on the stage chat. Feel free to type in questions, raise your hand to jump up on the stage. I am passing the baton this week over to Lich, who's going to be leading, and Fox McLeod as well. Fox is going to be taking over some more product-minded responsibilities and stepping a little bit away from leading this meeting. And Lich is extremely well versed in all of these problems and has been maintaining this sheet for almost a year now, better part of a year. So no better person to have leading this meeting than her.
Thanks, Tyler. You really put me on the spot, did you?
We're all still here with you too, don't worry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah. So welcome everyone. Yeah, every week we discuss all the new items that were added last week. And talk with product about any updates about it. So let's jump right to it. So we bolded all the new items from last week. Let's start ahead. So the first one we have is the failing to connect to Ledger. It's specific to NanoS, to beta.shapeshift, and is on Windows. I think we don't have much recreation on this.
I know Ledger connectivity has been an issue on and off for quite some time. A lot of it's just the web USB connection, which honestly a lot of hardware wallets run into that issue. That's exactly why Ledger created Ledger Live, creating an application where it can actually connect directly. So I would, without more creation steps, I would assume it's just another iteration of that. I mean, the quick solves would be obviously you can export your private key and recover to either whether it be a keep key or now using V2, you could recover into the just using the 12-word recovery phrase. Ideally, I believe long-term with V2, we do want obviously to be able to connect Ledger, Trezor, all those others. I know we're looking at like Wallet Connect, Onboard.js, and a few other different services to be able to connect those wallets. They're just unfortunately not there today. But yeah, we don't have a phenomenal resolution for this at the time.
That ticket, the person who reported, I believe it was Ron. Were you able to connect your ledger to V2 at all, or is this the same issue you're getting on both V1 and V2?
Not an easy way to connect to V2. Are you saying like through MetaMask?
Yeah, you should be able to connect your ledger through MetaMask, but ledger should be an option on MetaMask or V2 as well, right?
I don't believe so. No.
No. Okay.
Not yet.
Soon.
Yes, hopefully soon.
Yeah, Ron, you should be able to do it through MetaMask on V2, so maybe we can try that and see if it's connecting. But I'm trying to understand why I can connect my ledger and Shifty can connect his ledger, but Ron can't.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did a while back. I've since got it to work, but my workaround was kind of adding it in on iOS or on Mac, and then basically going over onto the Windows platform and seeing that now recognize it as a wallet. It took a lot of back and forth, but I got it to work for a while. And yes, and sorry, on V2, yes, if you connect through MetaMask and have Ledger in one of those wallets, it does connect. It worked fine.
But I don't believe. Will it prompt you to sign on your ledger? Because I think like it'll be able to view balance and things like that. But if you try to do a trade or a send, I'm not sure because it'll try to prompt MetaMask to sign instead of prompting the hardware wallet, I believe.
Good point. I haven't tried to do that yet, to sign, but yeah, the balances are showing. I will. It's on my personal one, so I'll check it out when I have a time.
You don't even have to push the trade through if you just want, or a send through if you just want to click to the initial screen to see if it even gets sent to your ledger to sign, and then you can reject it if it does.
Yep, I will.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Would we be able to get any information from the console from Ron's failures to connect there that might be beneficial here in this?
I mean, possibly. We've gotten a lot of logs from users in the past from beta. And we had back when Matt D was here, he did a deep dive into it. And it is one of the, I know we just created the keep key bridge, obviously just helping with the keep key connectivity issue, but we would more or less have to do something similar for Ledger and Trezor. Again, similar to like a Ledger Live, is actually create an application to connect to the wallet as opposed to trying to pass it through web USB. So it's just something we need to prioritize if it's something we do want to prioritize. Otherwise, it just seems very inconsistent, exactly what you guys are experiencing. Sometimes if you disconnect, reconnect, 20 times, the 21st time it works, make sure your firmware is updated, make sure, sometimes Ledger Live is open, sometimes Ledger Live is closed. I've been able to intermittently be able to see this and recreate this, but yeah, it seems I haven't been able to find a consistent fix outside of just exporting the private key, unfortunately.
Okay. Sounds good. That's unfortunate, but maybe we'll get something better in the future. But it's good to know that we've already chased our tail on this once before.
Yeah, we have. I do think once we get, whether it's Wallet Connect or Onboard.js, I forget whichever one pairs with Ledger, but once we have that on V2, it should resolve that along with providing a lot more wallet support. So yeah, definitely on the roadmap. But yeah, this is one of those ones that unfortunately we don't have a great resolution for.
Liz, you want to drive us on the next one?
Sure. So the next one is so specific to just single assets, so unable to view the KuCoin balance on platform and also the SAND tokens. So I did create a new sheet for single asset issues because as discussed with Fox last week, we could collate all these single asset issues, and maybe if it reaches to a certain amount or maybe 10, that's the time when we can assign a dev to it. So yeah, it's duplicated at the moment, but I just wanted to list it down there so we could talk about it. So right
Perfect.
now, yeah, it's about 7. If I'm counting it right.
I will create a ticket and link it to these. And this is perfect. Thank you for making that second sheet. I'll get someone looking. Now that we have a decent list of them, I'll definitely get someone looking. Although it looks like 3 and 8 are duplicates, just as a heads up. Line 3 and line 8, I meant.
Is KNC Kyber network, or is that KuCoin as well?
KuCoin's KCS. I'm not sure KNC.
Okay.
Let me do a quick Google search. Yeah, Kyber network.
Okay, cool. Too many K protocols out there.
Yes. Cool. Thank you, Lich. All right, and then that last one was Trust Wallet, I think.
Yeah. That's also a duplicate of, I think it's the first row there. So I just copied the ticket number for that.
Yeah,
and
4509. Yeah, that is next on the to-do. Looks like the current tickets that are being worked on right now is an incorrect price impact warning Nanik's working on and should have a release out relatively soon. And Eric is working on that mobile graph display issue. After you go from USD to any other currency, it still shows USD. Both those fixes are imminent. We have some ThorChain work we want to do, but that's still on hold until ThorChain gets turned back on, which I believe Conscience and Never or Middle Name are working on as we speak. So yeah, that Trust Wallet issue will either be next up, or if ThorChain gets back up and running, that will get prioritized. But yeah, that'll be definitely what, if not the next of the next.
Were we able to sneak Garda onto that ticket as well? I know there was a report of Garda Wallet also not connecting to Wallet Connect, or would that be a separate ticket?
I'm not sure. Can you tag me in that thread? And I'll take a look if it still exists.
Yeah, let me dig it up.
I can definitely at least add it in here for them to take a look at and see if it's the same resolution. And then I think you saw, Lich, thank you for going through some of those older threads. But yeah, I think you saw a lot of those have been closed out. That overlapping numbers on custom slippage is resolved. Invalid big number string is resolved. I had know the support team reached out to about 60 plus users who were affected by that. And I think it's resolved for every single one, which is great to see. The sliders resolved. So yeah, pretty much all these things that have been setting up. It's been a good week for sure.
Yeah,
can we pop some bottles for that, please?
Yeah, that one was lingering for way longer than it should have. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah.
It's just going up. That line 22, that should be resolved now. Line 20, if you want to mark that as resolved. Yeah, line 20, I know Josh I'm not sure if he's already turned that flow back on, but he said he was just going to turn that flow on. It's not really a bug anymore. We had turned it off. So that we could probably just get rid of that line, in all honesty. Not send max amount of audio token.
Sorry, that was get rid of line 20.
Yeah. We just had to turn that endpoint back on. It was off for security reasons. I don't think we're going to do line 10, just with how we're doing the new backend with V2. Hopefully, though, that won't even be an issue anymore, and we won't have to refresh Xpubs. And then 3 was a repeat of the one we just talked about, which is totally fine, but probably doesn't need to live in both spots. And then that number 4, that price impact one, that's the one that's being released probably today or tomorrow. So I guess you can leave it as in progress for now, but yeah, should be done soon. Yeah, hopefully rows 11 through 15 will either aren't existent anymore or will be resolved once we get Thorchain back on. But yeah, those are all on a hold until that gets turned on. But yeah, it should be today. Outside of that, we obviously have... Are we okay moving on from this doc, Lich? Or is there anything else you want to cover in this doc for right now?
I think there's none. You covered pretty much everything that's important. You go.
Great. Obviously, we have this... Sorry, go.
I was going to say, did test MetaMask with Ledger connected, and it did pop up the window to reject or confirm for signing and stuff. So it looks like on V2 that it will function.
Awesome. So there's our workaround. Would be sending users to V2. Obviously, it's not 100% feature parity, so any features that they're looking to do on beta that aren't on V2 yet, they'll still be stuck with. But that should be a smaller and smaller window every day.
I wonder if that will work for Ron as well or not. I'm interested to see if he's forever alone or if that solves his issue. Sweet.
Awesome, guys. Thank you. Man, I love having this larger ops team. It's amazing.
Yeah, be a squad right now.
Yeah, you guys are nothing can stop you guys. It's fantastic. All I'm going to do is update on V2. Obviously, we announced that to the DAO last week. It's been going great. Been getting good feedback. As a reminder, there's an announcement in the announcements channel with a link to provide any sort of bugs or issues you guys run into, as well as make any feature requests. So please do keep that coming. Anything that's been reported has been turned into a ticket and put onto this bug board. So V2 should be getting better pretty much by the day. Some of the gorillas that we have working on some of these centralized bugs from centralized ShapeShift, I think I am going to start pulling and focusing more on V2 issues and bugs, as I do think that's becoming a bigger priority. I think those bugs are affecting more people. They're not just these small one-off use cases. And obviously V2 is hopefully going to become our flagship product. So just as a heads up, obviously keep these bugs come in and let's keep working on this triage tracking sheet. But just know it will continuously be harder and harder for us to prioritize those smaller one-offs. If it's obviously a big bug, it will get prioritized. But and happy to chat with you guys if you think that direction is a good direction. But I think starting to prioritize V2 over centralized is a step in the right direction.
Hey, Fox, would you repost those instructions in operations public chat as well for testing V2? I know that they've probably been buried inside that announcements channel, but it might be good for a refresher so people can see all the steps again.
Absolutely. I'm just going to copy the announcement if that works for you.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised at the limited amount of things that we've seen come in through triage for the alpha site. I hope that everyone is utilizing it, utilizing it and trying to test it out, because this is like the best time for us to get that feedback, everyone, before it does go for a real launch. So please utilize this soft launch timeline to get all those questions and concerns and anything you find in there. It'll help us a lot with the lifting and everyone else involved.
Awesome. Anything else you guys wanted to cover? Do you want to open up to community?
Yeah, I say we can open it up. If there's anyone out there in the call right now that's got any questions they'd like to raise their hand and come up on stage and chat with us about, or else post inside the stage chat. We're happy to answer individual questions about individual issues you might be having or anything in the process. Yeah, we're here to support you guys. This is your time to get a big red phone call in to us that we can then push it on to engineering and see what you want in the platform. Not necessarily feature requests, but at least bugs.
Cool. Well, as we transition more and more to kind of that V2 heavy focus, I know you guys, most of operations are in that engineering stand-up, but just as a reminder to everyone, engineering does have a stand-up every morning at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Obviously, you have to adjust for wherever you guys are in the world. And that is held in the, what channel is that? Stand up all access in the engineering work stream section. If you guys can't see that, you might have to go into the roles and select as an engineering role. But that is always open to the community. And if you're looking to get involved, obviously you can do there, but we'll always be given updates on how those bugs and just V2 in general is progressing.
Yeah, dope. Thank you. I'd also like to mention again that as we move on to V2, I think we will be building a process for these tickets going from such a siloed, prioritized list with our centralized engineers to hopefully some kind of schema that allows us to post these as bounties, so everyone in individual communities in the community can have access to helping us improve our product and doing small PRs and helping be contributors to the DAO. So I have a feeling at some point we might even have a section in here in this meeting to talk about bounties that might be ongoing and how we can engage with devs that might want to join in and solve this. So
yeah, absolutely. Great way to get started if you are looking to contribute to the DAO is picking up one of these, smaller bug issues. You can kind of, obviously we have an entire team of engineers and product and operations here to support you and help you if you do have any questions or needs. And then it's kind of a great way to kind of start learning our systems, learning your resources, and you can either just keep working on bugs, or if your greater aspirations are to join the work stream, whatever it is that you're looking to do, we're here to help and support you. So yeah, echo that, Tyler. +1. Great point. Cool. Well, if there's nothing else, we can wrap up for the day. We'll give it a few more seconds for any last second questions, comments, concerns, haikus.
Yeah. What did you have anything else, Lich, you want to add or steer us in?
Yeah, I think that's all. Oh, I do want to mention that the bug reports channel has been locked up. So everybody that has an issue might want to go through the support channel first, and then and go through the process of reporting. So they can also go directly to the bug report or report an issue channel and fill out the form, so we'd have more details of the issue.
Yep, and beyond that, if you're interested in seeing some of the process and seeing how the sausage is made in the triage channel and you can't see it, you should be able to add yourself to the operations thing in the role selector, or else you can reach out and DM myself and I can get you the proper permissions to be able to see the responses inside triage. And GK just asked, what's wrong with the room? I think the room was locked and is being shut down just because we used to have too many funnels for people to come in when they were reporting issues in support. But yeah, I think it was just a redundant channel.
Yeah, that one. And I was able to still create a thread and reply to the thread. So yeah, GK was telling me that there was a loophole on the lock that he made. I found a hole, GK.
She found one of your keys, GK, laying on the ground. You better make sure you have all your keys on your key ring, man.
Thank you for the haiku, Fox McCloud. On that, I think we should really end it. That's a great haiku. Thanks everyone for joining us. Lish, you want to give a sign off and a GM?
Yeah, I haven't made my GM. Yeah, thank you everybody for joining us on the call. Have a great day. Oh, make it a great GM.
There we
Bye.
go. Thanks, Lish. Thanks, everyone. GM.
Thank you.
GM.